Okay, so today we're going to continue with lesson 6. We did half of lesson 6 on Friday. Today we will continue with lesson 6. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, students out in the world, if you pay attention to me today, like just today, you should be able to do today's assignment. Like you don't need any prior knowledge other than what I'm going to teach you right now. So if you've been lost in a storm drain, you can focus today and be able to do today's assignment just by listening to me right now. So if you've been like MIA, lost in a storm drain, if you pay attention, you'll be able to do the first assignment just by listening to what I'm saying right now. Again, because this is like an independent lesson. So whatever happened to you in the last 2-3 weeks, doesn't matter. You can start today and do today's assignment just by listening to me. Kind of like in the math class, you walk in there and you learn a new topic. By the end of the period, you kind of understand what's going on. Today is one of those days. I guess every day in this class for the last 2 weeks have been like that. So today I'm going to teach you something new, kind of like in a math class. I would teach you something new. At the end of the period, you answer questions based on literally what I taught you today. So if you pay attention to me, you should be able to do the assignment and get points for it. So listen up. All right. Before we get started, I want to go over, let's see, this one. So this is called, because we're going to go talk a lot about a catch basin today. I went over this a couple of lessons ago, but I just want to make sure you understand this. Maybe hearing it one more time or I modifying the way I explain it will help you. So every storm drain at the bottom has a catch basin. It catches the water and trash, hence the word catch basin. So here, this would be like the street, and I would be walking along here, and then my car would be here, whatever, you know, here's my dog walking, not really, right? So this is a street. And this is your drain grate. So this, some of the drains have a grate on it, right? And hopefully what this grate does is it catches all of your trash, maybe your leaves, your debris here, right? Some of your drains don't have this drain grate. So the trash just goes in here. Here's my flower, right? Here's my leaf. So, and then all of the water from your from the storm will go in here, right? As well. All this water, water, water. Our goal is to, for this catch basin, is to catch the debris, the sediment, like the dirt, the leaves, the trash, the popsicle stick, the water bottle, the chip bag, whatever. Our goal is to catch it here. And then it has this pipe that is not the very bottom, it's a little bit above it, that our hopes is that just water goes into this pipe, just water, and all of the debris stays here. The water flows here into what we call your receiving waters. So here you will have, this is where it goes into your channel. Now, what we've been learning are the different channels located in Santa Ana. You know that there's a Greenville channel, there's a Delhi channel, there's, I think it's called the Garden Channel by Thorne Park, which then leads to either the Santa Ana River or it leads into the upper Newport Bay, right? Those are the main ones in Santa Ana. If you live somewhere else, and they're a little bit different, right? But from that Google map, you should be able to locate your receiving water. So water flows into here. Our goal is to catch all of this trash. It's not perfect. And then it flows into this pipe, into your receiving waters, which are channels. And then from there it goes, ends up basically at the very, very end into the Pacific Ocean. So this is what you call a catch basin. Underneath, it's called your catch basin. What we see is just the your storm drain and your drain grate, right? If it has one. Okay, again, you're up here. You don't see this part. All right, so that hopefully I clarify what a catch basin is. We're going to talk a lot about a catch basin today in class. Okay, so we're going to go into lesson 6. And this opens up into a Google Doc. You have access to it. Now, this is our second day on the same lesson. We already did the first part, which is your OSHA training. And like I said, I read to you on Friday all of the things that are highlighted. I read to you, and the first quiz is based on everything that's highlighted. Today, we're going to do part 2, which is why I wrote today's date, May 4th lesson. So I'm going to go over this with you. Again, if you stay with me, if you pay attention, you should be able to answer the first quiz based on what I'm reading to you and the 2 videos I'm going to show you. Okay? So part 2, catch basin maintenance training. So again, this is your catch basin. So why do storm drains need to be cleaned? Cleaning storm drains removes trash, debris, and other pollutants from entering the storm drain system and flowing into the receiving waterway. What happens if all the debris and trash is not removed? When a drain is blocked, flooding may occur. Also, sometimes it isn't possible to prevent all of the pollutants from entering the storm drain every time. By removing as much as we can help the environment and reduce the amount of pollution that affect it. What does it mean to remove what does it mean to have good housekeeping of your drain? Just like your home, drains need to be cleaned. Keeping a drain clean means that it will work more efficiently and will reduce the amount of pollutants that make it into the waterway and harm the environment. Okay, so we're going to start off by watching this video. In this video, you will actually see a professional storm drain cleaner. Okay, because there's someone's job out in every city is to clean the drains. They may or may not do a good job at it, but that's their job. Their job is literally to clean out storm drains. Maybe. We'll see if it is after this video. I'm going to show you what it entails to be a storm drain cleaner. Now, if we were at school, we would actually be doing what this man is doing in the video. But because we're not at school, you are not allowed to remove a storm grate. So please, when you're out there and you're doing, the next activities, when I send you out, remember that you're not removing the grate itself. Because it's public property, we cannot do that. If we were at school, we can do that. It would be okay, and I would be supervising you. I'm trying to see if we can actually go on campus one day and actually do it, but I got to get permission. So you're going to see this video, and it's great to learn what they do, but remember that you are not allowed to do this out in the street. Okay. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to show you a video. It's going to look pretty cool. Be like, oh, cool. Or like, I don't want to do that. But do not do this at home. Okay. You're not allowed to do this out in the streets. But it's cool to learn. And literally they pay this man to do this. And this job does exist everywhere. If you want to open the quiz right now, you can. If you want to read the questions, you can. And as you're listening to me and as you're watching the video and some of the answers pop up, you can answer them as you go. So I'm talking about this quiz, this one, the very first one. So the basin maintenance training quiz. If you want to start answering that, you can based on what I just discussed. You don't have all the answers yet because we haven't watched all the videos, but you can open it, kind of review it right now. As you watch, you could start answering them. So Miguel, you're watching this video. Stay with me. Right now, we're talking about the maintenance training quiz, nothing else. Focus on this right now. Again, don't worry about the future. Future hasn't happened yet. So just focus on this right now. Okay. If you want to open it, and kind of read through it, I'm going to give you guys a minute to open it, read through it. And as we watch the video, you can answer them. And then we'll have 2 videos, and then we'll discuss. Okay. All right. So the first video, and if you're going to watch this on your own, we're only watching to the 5-minute and 30-second minute. Sorry. The other part, it's the 9-minute video. We don't have to watch the whole 9 minutes. Only watch the 5-minute and up to 5 minutes and 30 seconds. All right. If you want to answer the questions on the quiz later, I'm going to give you about 15 minutes after all the videos to answer the question. So if you just want to wait, I'm going to give you 15 minutes after you watch both videos. If you want to answer the quiz questions after all the videos, that's perfectly fine too. I'll give you time in class to answer those questions after all the videos. Okay.
The catch basin is the first line of defense in protecting our water.
I drove around McFadden the other day, and I did notice that there is a storm drain right on the corner of McFadden School, across the street where that cul-de-sac is. You know, that street on Rate that, some parents park to pick you guys up, or the ice cream man parks there. It's like on a round curve, right? So that's the one I saw right across the street from McFadden. It's your traditional storm drain. I want to think it's painted red because it's so close to the curb. So if you live near McFadden and you're still having a hard time finding the drain, there's one right there. It's on Adams Street. At odd hours, the street's not very busy on Adams, right? If you would go late in the afternoon, there is more traffic on Rate, but I think if you go like right after class, there's not a lot of traffic, so it's pretty safe. If we were in school, I would not send you out like right when the bell rings, because there's so many kids and so much traffic, right? It's a curb outlet. So it's a traditional just storm drain, the one that looks like a long rectangle. It's literally on that curb part of Rate. So it's kind of like on a closed street, but it's on the other side. So I noticed that driving by. Next time you're in a car and you're driving, put down the phone and take a look at all the storm drains that you see. I was driving this weekend, so many different cities. I was in Huntington Beach, Fountain Valley, Costa Mesa, and all over Santa Ana. And all the cities have different types of storm drains. Some have the grate, some don't have the grate. There's a long period of time before I saw a storm drain. So it's interesting, like the next couple of weeks when you're in the car, take a look out the window, seriously, off the phone, and notice if you see any storm drains. Okay. They're everywhere, but then they're not everywhere. I was surprised to see how many I did not find. I was hoping for a lot more, not so much. All right, so that's the first video. Second video, you're gonna watch students clean a storm drain at school. So if we were at school, you would be doing this. Yay! I'm going to modify it for your at-home drain, right? The one you adopted. So we're gonna watch this. It's gonna show you how students clean it. We're gonna modify it to fit the fact that we can't lift anything, okay? So we're gonna watch it, we're gonna learn, and then we'll modify it for our class and our needs, okay? So this is pretty cool. If we were at campus, this is what we would have been doing. Again, watching these videos will help you answer the questions to the quote quiz. Right now, what I'm gonna have you guys do is take the catch basin maintenance quiz right here. And I'm gonna give you 15 minutes to complete this. In those 15 minutes, you open up the quiz, review the questions. You can go back and watch the videos again. That's plenty of time in 15 minutes to go back, go fast forward, watch it again. You can watch them again at normal speed if you miss something, miss the information, you can also be going back and reading the discussion questions and answers on this document on page 5, discussion questions and answers. Those might help you. I'm going to give you guys 15 minutes. I'm going to set my timer right now for 15 minutes. It will ring at 12:12. At 12:12, then I will go over your next assignments at 12:12 p.m. Okay, you guys 15 minutes to do that. And then I'm going to change the due dates to some of these because we're going to need some more time. But this one is due today. So the catch basin maintenance training quiz is due today. Literally, if you just paid attention to me just today, if you were a brand new student and walked in to class today and were listening, you have the knowledge to answer the questions. This is just based on the lesson for today. So again, if you were brand new to the class, I would have you take this quiz because you were listening and you're able to do it. You have plenty of time to go back, review the quiz, the videos, and answer the questions. All right, I'm gonna give you guys 15 minutes. If you have any questions, please let me know. Good. I mean, most of your scores were excellent. Again, I'm going to go back, regrade them once you turn them in. All right. Your next assignment is you're going to be going and seeing your storm drain 3 times. And each time you're going to be doing something different to it. So in the next week, you're going to be going out there 3 different times for 3 different things. Okay. The first one happens today or tomorrow. Okay. I'm going to change the due date to probably like Thursday, Friday. Haven't decided yet. Okay. So if you can't do it right at this second, don't worry about it. Okay. You're going to be trained and I'm going to explain to you what you need to do. And then when you realize like, okay, mom, dad, grandmother, aunt, older brother and sister can take me now, that's when you go, right? So don't stress that it's, oh my God, I got to do it today. No, just like everything, like when it fits your schedule, right? Because I'm asking you to go outside, I'm asking you to do stuff. It sometimes has to happen later on in the day, and that's perfectly fine. Okay. You are going to go out to your storm drain and you are going to take a before picture, click. And then what you're going to do is you're going to clean around your storm drain. You are not going to remove the grate. Okay. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to wear some protective gloves, grab a broom, grab a trash bag. You're going to do some cleaning. So you're going to go out there, you're going to sweep around, get rid of all the trash that's around there. And then you're going to take a picture of it after. So I want to see the before. I want to see the after. Okay. And after you take your walk and you do your cleanup, you're going to fill out the Good Housekeeping BMP. And I'll show you what that looks like right now. There's just 4 questions. You can't answer this until you go outside. So you shouldn't be looking at this right now, only on my screen, because it's going to activate and then you know what happens. Okay. How much debris was removed from the surroundings of your storm drain? Again, you're not going inside. You're not going to do what the kids or that man was doing because you're not going inside. You're not going inside. You're just going around it because legally we cannot remove those grates. If we were on campus though, different story. So that's why it says surroundings of your storm drain, not the catch basin, just around it. Question number 2, what type of pollutants were removed? Trash, dirt, leaves, all of that are pollutants because the trash, the dirt, it's not supposed to go into the ocean, right? So that's all pollution. So what did you find? What was the main pollutant? Okay, so what did you see most of? And then from what you can tell, was the drain damaged? So some of the drains, you can see that the grate's damaged or some other thing is happening to your drain. So do you see from afar, do you see that it is damaged? Now, I do want you to get kind of close to it. You're not going to stick your hand in there. You're not going to stick your face in there. None of that. You're going to observe. You're going to clean around it. So yes, you're going to get in there. Protective gloves. Since you're going to be taking before and after pictures, you either need your phone or your iPad. Maybe you want to turn on the light, kind of, get a close look, see if you can see anything, right? Without, again, putting yourself in danger. If you're near a busy street, make sure that that other person that's with you is looking out for cars. They're looking out. They're not looking at the drain. That's your job. Their job, either your mom, dad, aunt, uncle, grandmother, brother, sister, neighbor, whoever you're going to take along with you, they're watching the road, right? They're like making sure that those cars are coming, that you're safe, and you're doing the lookout, the cleaning, right? Now, Miss Lamelli, what if you go out there and your drain is perfectly clean? There's no trash. Well, lucky you. Guess you're not doing the cleanup. What you're going to do, so if you go out there, because some of your pictures that you guys sent me, your drains are perfectly clean. Like, there's no maintenance to do this time around. There might be next time. What you're going to do is you're going to take a picture of the before. Look, Miss Melanie, it's clean. What are you going to do now? Well, you can't clean it. You cannot clean it. But what I want you to do is kind of step back and look at the surrounding area, environment. And imagine, picture, if it were to rain, pour, what debris would end up in your storm drain? So you're going to have to use some imagination, be like, okay, if it were to pour, okay, there's this big tree. So I predict that the leaves would fall and then end up in my storm drain. Oh, there's a mechanic shop right behind there. So I predict if there were going to be a rainstorm, a lot of the oils and other chemicals that this auto shop has would be draining into my storm drain. Oh, Miss Amanda, there's an ice cream man right there in that corner. So I predict that if it were to rain, all of like the popsicle sticks or the trash or the spoon or the plastic, whatever, would be in my drain. Oh, Miss Lamella, my drain's right in front of a school. So I predict that there would be a lot of trash, a lot of chip bags and whatnot. So if it's clean, you're still going to take a picture of it. Click. And then I want to see what around your drain, and you might have to take a step back and a couple of feet here or move there, and see, okay, you're like a detective. If it were to rain, what would end up in my storm drain? And I want you to take a picture of that. So if your drain's perfectly clean, does not mean that you cannot do this assignment. You would be reading the questions a little bit differently. Like, how much debris was removed? What would be the debris that you would be removing? What would you think would be the things that you would be removing? What do you think would be the number one pollutant? So looking at the environment, would it be the oil? Would it be like, if it's near a park, would it be the dog poop? Would it be near a school? Would it be litter? So you're doing like a hypothetical because your storm drain is clean. Number 4, everybody can answer honestly. So 1, 2, and 3, and I might have to rewrite the questions. So if your storm drain is clean. Now remember, in the video, if there was weeds growing out of it, that's considered dirty. You have to remove those flowers, those dirt, that would be cleaning it up. So because some of you sent me a picture of like the ones that are like in a garden, you would have to clean around it. Yeah, that's not a clean drain. So there should be space around your drain. And there shouldn't be flowers or anything like that. The dirt should be swept away. So your assignment for today is to go out there with a broom, a trash bag, gloves, okay, and someone to watch out for, to be your eyes, and clean it out, okay? I don't want you sticking your head anywhere near your storm drain. Kind of bend down and take a good look, see if there's anything in the see that's huge. You're like, oh my gosh, look, I could, with a safe distance or something, I saw that there's a Gatorade bottle in there. Don't try to fish it out. Please do not stick your hand in the drain, storm drain. Please, please, please. It's mostly a cleanup. Now for tomorrow's lesson, I'll go over this more in detail tomorrow, and there's a video and stuff like that. What you need is 3 gallon size Ziploc bags, 3 of these. If you have 1, fantastic. If you have 3, even better. We can make it work with 1, but if you have 3, it's good. Gallon bags, even if you have the ones that don't have the Ziploc, okay? And we're gonna use them today, and we're gonna recycle some of them for later on. Okay, so we're gonna need 3 Ziploc bags. You're gonna need an empty water bottle, and then you're gonna need a bucket so we can fill up with water, tap water. We're going to need about a gallon of water from your sink or the hose outside. This is a gallon of milk. I'm almost done with it. So what I would do is I would just finish the milk, rinse it out, and use this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna be creating later on, not today, just giving you a heads up, we're gonna be creating rain. So we're gonna need a lot of water. If you have those gallons of water, finish the gallon of water, then ask your mom, dad, grandmother, aunt, whatever, hey, can I have it? I need to do an experiment with it. We won't be putting any dirty water in here. We will be putting dirty water in your empty water bottle and dirty water in your Ziploc. But this will be pretty clean. So look around your house for either a empty gallon of water. If you're close to finishing up the milk, let your parents know, hey, can I have it? I need to reuse it for something else. Wash it out because we don't want milk in our sample, or a bucket of water. So we need a large amount of water. Now, if it's so close to your house that you can use your own hose, drag it out there, fine, drag it out there. Some of you, you're not so close to your storm drain, so you're gonna have to carry some water. But this is for tomorrow. I'm just letting you know, these are the supplies that you're gonna need, which are basic supplies that you can find in your house. Some Ziploc bags, the gallon size, the big gallon size. Dirt, no, we'll do that tomorrow with the dirt. Empty water bottle, right? Drink the water. And then somewhere where you can fill up a large amount of water, like a gallon of water. This will be our rain water when we do the next experiment, okay? So your job tonight, first job, go clean out your storm drain. Second job is to grab your supplies. I'm gonna train you on how to do this tomorrow. Again, if you're able to do the experiment tomorrow with the water, fantastic. If you're like, no, I can't do it until Miss Emily, I can't do it until Thursday. Okay, that's cool. Miss Emily, I can't do it until Friday night. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna train you. And if you could do it that day, fantastic. If you need more time, you need more time, right? You're gonna be going out to your storm drain 3 times in the next week. And each time you go out there, you're gonna be doing something different. Today, you're cleaning it. Tomorrow-ish, we're pouring some water. Okay, so each day you'll do something different. Today, clean up, roll up those sleeves, put the protective gloves. You don't know where that trash bin has been. Don't assume it's going to be clean. Don't be like, I'm just going to go with my iPad because I know my storm drain's clean. And what if it's not? And you're like, oh, gotta go back. So broom, a trash bag, and some gloves, right? You're going to clean it out. Do not remove the storm grate. Please, 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 please do not remove it. I'm going to try to see if we can somehow go onto campus and maybe clean out a catch basin that's on campus, but I'm going to talk to Mr. Muse first about it. So yeah, are there any questions? So the storm drains are pretty heavy. They are pretty heavy because they're metal. And remember, they're built to withstand rain and chemicals and weather, basically, right? They're out there in the sun. So imagine, I'm sure you've experienced, like if you left a toy out there out in the sun, it like either melts or the color changes, right? But imagine these storm drains the sun's out there, water, everything. So they're built to last many years. And so they're pretty heavy, which is why in the video they show you how to lift them, but you're not lifting them, but they're pretty heavy and they show you how to lift them, team effort with ropes and whatnot. But yeah, so my goal is to hopefully try to see if we can get on campus and just do those experiments. That would be pretty cool. Again, there is a storm drain right across the street from McFadden. So if you live near McFadden and you're still looking for a storm drain, literally on the corner of Adams and let me put the milk away. I'll be right back. There's a storm drain there. Let me see if I can look it up. Yes, Miguel. The day has not ended, so I still have time. So let's put a satellite. All right, so there's McFadden. There's the channel that goes right behind McFadden. I saw a storm drain right there. Oh, it is red. So we see, here's the cold that I was talking to you about, like the street that's closed off, that some of your parents parked to pick you up, you know? And it's right there. The storm drain's right there. So it's not a super busy street, especially if you go at like weird hours of the day. Like right now, there's not a lot of traffic. If you go around 5 or 6 p.m., there's probably is a lot of traffic. Let me see if I can put my little human down there. It's like we're there, kids. Do you guys see how the street kind of curved? Like there's a little hill. Oopsie. Look, it's right there. There's a storm drain I was talking to you about. So it's in that exact area, right? You can park your car right there. Your car. And then it's right there. And now it looks pretty clean. So if I were to like take a picture of this, it would be a pretty clean storm drain. I would like, you know, I would have the lookout right here, you know, like every on the street, like looking out and like, and you would look like, okay, is there any cars coming? Nope. Okay, take a quick little peek right here. Take a quick little peek. Do I see anything? Do I see anything? Nope. Okay, back on the street. And your mom, dad, brother or sister is out here, you know, looking out for you. Be like, okay, no, there's no cars. Go. We're like, oh, wait, there's a car coming. Get up. And then, okay, so this storm drain was yours, for example, and feel free to adopt this one. If you live near here, you're still trying to figure out where a storm drain is. Literally, I'm telling you, there's one right across the street from McFadden. I wonder if there's a storm drain on the other side. I'll take a look. Then if it's clean, like I said, I would look around and be like, okay, I'm going to kind of step back and see what kind of pollutants would go down this drain if it were to start pouring. I would look around and determine, okay, what are the pollutants that could possibly be going into this storm drain? Okay. Let's see. Is there a storm drain on this side? You see, now we have the paletero, which brings its own. There is. Oh my gosh. Quick, hurry, choose this one. So if you live anywhere where you can walk to McFadden, if you live close enough to walk to McFadden, my goodness, I would adopt this drain. Done and done. This is the drain that I would expect if you cannot find a drain, but you live close to McFadden. Now, if you live on the other side of Santa Ana, well, it's not worth coming down here because you're going to be coming down here a lot. But look, you and I can both see this picture and you can all see the pollutants that are going to be going into that storm drain, right? So the other side's pretty clean. This side's pretty dirty. Wonder why? There's a couple of theories I have in my brain going right now. So literally, guys, oh my God, I'm so excited. I didn't show this to fifth period. I'll show them tomorrow. This is McFadden, and literally on this side, and this is a perfect example of a safe area where you can do your experiments because it's a closed street. You know, there's not a lot of traffic going on. You will still need someone else to go with you just to make sure there is no car coming or anything like that. You always want to go in pairs. Okay. Always, 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 even though this is a pretty close street. This is, I feel like going there right now. Okay, then maybe I will. That would be the perfect drain to choose if you're still looking for one. And if you're still looking for one and you live close to McFadden, boom, there's your drain. You're welcome. There it is. But you have to go. We're going to be doing experiments on it. So make sure you go there. I kind of feel like driving and just doing my experiments on here. Oh, maybe I should hold class live from there. Maybe. So cool. So there's your storm drain. If you live near McFadden, there it is. Beautiful. I love it. I love the fact that there is some trash there. So you would have to, do some work with it. If your storm drain's clean, take the fun out of it. I mean, it's pretty cool to clean a storm drain because you feel like you did something, you did your little part to make the world a better place. So, I love it. Oh my gosh, so excited. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think I would be excited to see a storm drain, but I am. Where has my life taken me? Anyways, so if you have any questions, please email me. I'm so excited that I found this storm drain. Super excited.